You're listening to the WTA Insider Podcast. Ready? Play. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the WTA Insider Podcast. I'm Courtney Nguyen, senior writer for WTA Insider at WTAtennis.com, and I'll be your host on this podcast where we take it closer to the players and all the action on the WTA Tour.
This is David Kane here, live from the Miami Open, and I am joined by the junior Wimbledon champion who just won her very first WTA match, Anastasia Potapova. Anastasia, thank you for joining me on the podcast today.
Thank you.
So I was just curious what was going through your head in that third set tiebreaker. You played a crazy match against Maria Sakkari, number 5 seed in qualies. What were the emotions like?
Yes, of course, I'm very happy to win today, and of course, before the match, I felt a little bit pressure, and I was nervous. But in the third set, in the tiebreak, I thought to myself, "Come on, you can do it," and I do it, and I'm really happy that I made it.
For sure. It seemed like you had a lot of energy during the changeovers. You probably would sit down for like 10, 20 seconds and you were already up. And I would look up at the court and think, oh, is the changeover over? But I'd see Maria still sitting. So were you just feeling so much like...
energy.
Yes.
A lot of energy. I had a lot of energy today. And actually, I really want to win it. And yeah.
For sure. And who is here with you in Miami? You're still being coached by Irina Durinina. Is that correct? Was that Lena Krasnodebskaya in the crowd with you?
Yes.
What is your relation with her?
I have a big team here because I have a coach here. Of course, you know her as Irina, and I have Nikita Zamin. He is my hitting partner, and also I have an agent here. He's come here, Alexander, and also where I have with Lena. She's the wife of my kissing partner, so it's why she came here for supporting me, and I'm happy that she came here and she helps me actually. Thanks.
For sure. Alina actually came up a little bit in WTA history because when Cici Bellis made the quarters in Dubai, she was the youngest since Lena in 2001. Yeah. So I'm curious what conversations you might have had with her about sort of being a young gun on the WTA, what advice she might have given you.
Actually, we are not talking about tennis because, tennis is everywhere, and we trying to talk about life, and that's it.
So you just came from Brazil, and you played a really good final against Amanda Anisimova, and she's in the Miami Open as well. What do you make of all these young players coming up from juniors with you?
Well, actually, it's very good that some players is coming up with me, and I'm really happy that the young can play the final against each other, and it was a good final, and yes, I'm happy.
Sure. Winning your first pro title, how much confidence did that give you coming into such a big event like this?
Well, it gave me a lot of confidence in myself, and when you win at 25s, there's some good player like 100, and when you came here to play a Miami Open, you can beat them, and just you trying to play your best, and that's it.
And where were you when you found out you were going to be a wild card at this event?
Actually, I wasn't expect for that because I'm not even an IMG family, and I'm not American girl. And actually, I want to say thanks to everyone who helps me to get it. It means a lot to me. Thanks.
And on Sunday, I'm sure you were watching the Indian Wells final between Jelena Vesnina and Svetlana Kuznetsova. What were some of your emotions during that match?
Oh my God, it's crazy because I'm really happy for Jelena from the bottom of my heart because we are good friends, and
not to brag.
Yes, and I'm really happy, and for Jelena and for Svetlana, it was a crazy match, and it was lovely to watch. Thanks, girl, you made amazing job.
Did that inspire you at all coming out into today's match?
Of course.
Because I think Elena spoke to Russian press, and she said that you may or may not have copied a little bit of her grunts in the Wimbledon final, and I started hearing it a little bit in the third set. Yes. To kind of turn things around. Was that intentional?
Actually, I wasn't thinking about it. I just played my game and that's it. And after this, when I was watching this again and was speaking with some players and some people, and they told me that I'm a little look on the court like her, and actually I like it.
It's definitely not a bad thing to hear, for sure. But with Nikita being based in Miami, I'm sure you're probably familiar with this city. What are your earliest memories of Miami, and have you been to this tournament before, even as a spectator?
Well, this is my first time here. I mean, about the tournament, and actually I'm really happy to get that win, especially here in that city, because that's my favorite city, actually. Yes. Yes. And yes, my first time in Miami was maybe 5 years ago. Yes, I played at her and I won it. And it's a good one. So I just enjoying to play here, and I like everything here: atmosphere, the weather, the courts, everything. Definitely, that's my favorite city, and probably it can be the favorite tournaments in my life, and I'm just enjoying.
For sure. And the city is also home to the Miami Heat, one of your favorite basketball teams.
That's my favorite basketball. Yes, and that's good.
Are you planning to watch any other games during the fortnight here?
Yes, I have watching some game. Actually, I was maybe 11 years old at this time, and I don't remember when and against who, but I was enjoying to watch my favorite players, and that's great. I love it.
Sure. And speaking of basketball, how adept are you at the sport? I know your grandmother coaches it. How much do you play it?
Do you know everything about me?
Only from last time.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, when I was small, I was trying to play basketball just for myself. I mean, not a professional. Yes. And I like it. I like when you have a team behind you, and I like the supporting in this sport, and I just like it. And yeah.
Is there a player who you think on tour, one-on-one, you could beat in a game of basketball?
I'm definitely sure I can beat Nick Kyrgios.
Really?
Yes, because he's so good. I saw his pictures from some play, and he did good.
You think you can beat him, or you think you can't beat him?
I can't beat him.
I was going to say, the challenge has been issued right here.
I can't beat him. He's too good at basketball, really.
But speaking of sport, Elena was talking in her press conference about how much more accessible watching different sports is in the States, and I'm curious because they said they played the final on TV in Russia, and it was a big deal because they wouldn't have gotten to see it otherwise. And I'm curious, growing up for you, how much tennis did you get to watch on TV, and the players you might have been inspired by growing up?
To be honest, I don't have enough time to watch a TV, but when it's some interesting matches like Federer against Nadal, yes, I'm always following the live score or actually watching it on TV, and I'm enjoying to watch beautiful tennis. Yes, and what is inspiring me, maybe some girls like Amanda.
Really?
Yes, actually, yes, because we're juniors and we're same age, and when she wins some tournament, I also want to win something, and it's a good, yeah.
For sure. And you said you like watching beautiful tennis. Is that your goal on the court, to play beautiful tennis?
Yes, it is. And actually, I like kind tennis and beautiful tennis, so emotional tennis, because, you can play like, oh, okay, I want a point, that's good. No, actually, I love emotional tennis and sometimes funny tennis, like when you ask for a kid to come on the court and play 1 point for you. So it's a good watch, and I love it.
For sure. It was a little bit of everything today against Maria, and I'm just curious, looking at all of your achievements thus far, where does today stack up for you?
Yes, definitely.
As the best?
Yes, that's my actually best win of the career because she's top 100 and I never beat the top 100 girls. So I'm so happy with this win that gave me a lot of confidence and that I can't and I must do it.
Any special celebration plans for tonight?
Not really, because I have a second round tomorrow, but we will see. Maybe after tournament, who knows?
For sure. Best of luck. Thank you so much for joining me, Nastia.
Thank you so much.
And that's a wrap on this episode of the WTA Insider Podcast. You can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, or on any podcast app of your choice to ensure you never miss an episode when they go live. Reviews are always helpful, so if you like what you've heard so far, please do leave us one. And you can get new episode alerts by following us on Twitter at WTA_insider. And we'll, of course, post the podcast on the WTA website at WTAtennis.com. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.